God. I tried fixing the stream. Hopefully now this does not lag. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I have to do Duolingo. You know what? I'll finish that first. Then we can start the stream playing Resident Evil 6. So let's quickly do that first. And then I can play the game peacefully. Right. Lonely screen. I don't know why I do this online. It's my routine to do this at night, and now I'm streaming at night. So this is like a part of my routine now, honestly. But anyways. One day this is gonna work without any issues. One day. Oh. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea why it's not working. And somehow it worked. You know what? Cannot deal with this.
Так, тато. Так, тато. Так, тато.
Oh, так, тато.
Тато там.
Тато там.
Мама і тітка Тома.
Мама і тітка Тома.
Де мама і тітка Тома?
Де мама і тітка Тома?
Дім там, де кіт.
Дім там, де кіт.
Де мед.
Де?
Мед.
Мама.
Тома. Так, мед там.
Так, ми там.
Ми там.
Ми.
Не.
Oh,
Дім.
Де?
Ми.
Так.
Imdan.
Де дім? Де? Це.
Дід. Мама. Тітка.
І.
Тітка.
Мама та тато там. Та.
Тато.
Там.
Тато.
І.
Мам. Де кіт?
Dekit.
Ми там.
Там. Дім.
Де дім?
Дім.
Today was significantly easier than yesterday. I don't know what happened to me yesterday. It was painful. But I'm glad that I was able to do this. Okay. Nope. Thank you. Right. I'm trying to figure out what to sell to get Hollow Knight. Since that's the game I'll be playing next. First Hollow Knight and then Silk Song. I'm trying to find something to sell to get Hollow Knight. I have a lot of trash stickers. Oh my god. The prices increased so much. I don't remember the last time I checked the Steam inventory. What's my inventory price at right now? Hmm. Not bad. I don't know why I was expecting more, to be honest. Anyways. Let's just finish RE4 and then I can play something else. Honestly, I don't remember this part of the game. Oh, I remember this part of the game. It's weird. It's very weird. It's so weird. Look at him. Every time I make progress in this game, I get reminded that I have to reach island, and I hate the island. If I could, I would stay in the village forever. It's burning all of a sudden. Feels weird. The only time I'll shoot at a locked door is this part. Sir. Oh, the knife.
So nice you could join us, Mr. Scott Kennedy.
You again.
The sacred rite that's about to begin at this tower shall endow the girl with magnificent power. She will join us, become one of us.
This is no ritual. It's terrorism.
Isn't that a popular word these days? Not to worry. We've prepared a special ritual for you.
The death scene here is very good. I won't show it though. The way Leon dies here is just the barrels. Haha. Do I need all this for Salazar? I don't remember. I had more than enough health. I had more than enough health. Scam. Scam. 10-year-old me would not be able to play this so casually. But 23-year-old me is not able to play it casually either. So nothing's changed to be honest. Oh my god. Can you not? Oh my god. Needed to save my bullets, not waste them. But not interested in hugs. What are you? Kinda sorta don't want to use this. Kinda sorta have to. Bye bye. Wrong side. Alright, Salazar. Let's do this. You and me.
Welcome. Got some rare things on. What are you selling?
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Is that all? Is that? Thank you. Ah, I'll buy it in a high. Come back anytime.
I wonder why I'm getting so many ammo. Every game before a boss fight. Oh, I forgot to check if I have a rocket launcher or not. Ah, you just missed her.
You just missed her. The ritual is over. She left with my men to an island.
What?
Okay, reconnection successful. Oh my god, I have no idea what's wrong with my is it packet loss or something? I have no idea. I'm glad it did not crash at this point.
Monsters. Guess after this there'll be one less to worry about.
I want you to suffer just like Ashley.
It lasted a good. It did not even last a minute. I was not gonna bother fighting Salazar. He's just not worth it. I remember the first time it took me so long to clear this. It's not worth it, to be honest. I will, however, take time to clear all of this. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh god. Did not mean to use that. This is probably my first time not using the TMP. Sure, but I don't really like that gun, if I'm being honest. I would much rather have a good striker with an amazing build than a TMP. Shitty TMP. I don't like that gun. Oh, come on. Ah ha ha, dodged. Where did it go? Where? Ada. I think this is how we were supposed to play the game rather than running all the time, walking to each and every corner. I think, I don't know. I
Got some rare things. What are you selling?
final part of the game. Almost the
Is that
final part of the game.
Thank you. Is that Thank you. What are you buying?
I think this finishes my
Thank
sir exclusives. Forgot about exclusives.
you.
Oh, I have
Thank
to
you.
get
What are
the
you
rocket launcher
buying?
again. I need to remember.
What are you buying?
Need to remember to buy that next one. Chapter 4.5. Oh. Need a ride, handsome?
Need a ride, handsome?
Okay. Ada, walk. The woman in dread. Kinda sorta forgot about her, to be honest. Kinda sorta don't like her. And she's cool, but I don't know.
Got some business to take care of. See you later.
Women.
Women.
I hate to break it out to you, but Salazar's dead.
Yes, it seems that way.
Sadler, why don't you give up and let Ashley go home?
Perhaps you are disillusioned with overconfidence, just because you killed my small-time subordinate.
Sadler, You're small time.
No. Writhe in my cage of torment, my friend.
Kinda sorta hate the island. Kinda sorta like it because the game ends. But 22 bullets. That's nice. Kinda sorta need to talk to merchant. Oh, I forgot about emeralds. Oh yeah. 24 should be fine. I don't know. Oh, I had to break it first. Can I? What? I know I can break the light somehow. I don't remember how. I know I can. Forgot about him. Seriously forgot about him. Oh my god. Okay. Can you tell that my inventory is very disorganized? Let me check if I can destroy that light before I get caught. I think I can. Yes. Yeah, but I don't think people will bother me at this point. Oi, stay away. 2005 game. Oh no! Just. Not worth it. This is the best gun, but oh my god, it's so hard to aim. I hate the shield, guys. Now that I have the striker, it's not really that big of a deal. But before the striker, yeah, that was painful. What? How? How aim so good? Help! Leon! Where's the light? Oh, I think it's next to the door. What? Wait. I think I'm missing something. Not really, to be honest. But if I remember correctly, this should go. Yay! I don't remember this part of the game, to be honest. I kinda sorta panicked. Haha. Wait, what's the time? It's 12. Don't have to do anything. Please tell me something fits on this. Because I cannot carry this forever. Oh, maybe. My god, give me a second to aim, please. Genuinely, give me a second. When I say I hate the island, I mean I hate it. I hate the island. I mean I hate the island. I wish I could stay in the village forever.
some rare thing. What are you selling? Is that
Everyone
is
can
that
read.
is that huh? Is that huh? What are you selling? What are you selling? Is that what are you buying?
Oh, the Killer 7. Yeah, this uses Magnum. I think both of them use Magnum. I have to buy the Killer 7. I don't think there's anything new
What are you buying?
other than that.
Is what are you buying? What are you buying? Come back anytime.
I don't like that sound, especially at midnight. Not kind of terrified, especially because of that sound. So I'll go back and save the game, and we'll play tomorrow. Sit. I said I'd reach 5.1 and then I'll finish the game next time. So, oh, 5.1 and we are at 51. Oh my god. Oh, I'm tired. Okay, I have to play Pokemon Sleep, clear up my Pokemon storage for Community Day tomorrow, and then I'll sleep early today around 1. So, let's do that. You know what? I'll play something in the background while I do all that. So that you guys are not bored as well. If I don't even have any viewers, I had 2 viewers somehow. It's okay. For now, we'll go to just chatting. I'll turn on I have to finish Haley's new video, so maybe I'll do that. You know what? I'll be right back. I I did not realize I was muted. I did not realize I was muted.
Okay, so
I did not realize I was muted. Okay. I'll let Haley's video play in the background while I clear my Pokemon storage for Piplup Community Day tomorrow. Then I will play Pokemon Sleep. Wait, what's the time? Yeah, I still have time to stick to my bedtime. So I'll play a little bit of No, you know what? I'll play Pokemon Sleep first, then let Haley's video play out while I clear my Pokemon storage. And then I will play a little bit of Clash Royale, and then I'll go to bed. Okay. That should be good. Let's do this.
Though it's very much The Thing meets an oil rig. So if that's your vibe, I recommend this game. The next game I want to talk about, I actually played ages ago, but because of the figure I'm gonna unbox, I'm gonna talk about it anyway. And that is the Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is basically half a base builder and half an action roguelike dungeon crawler where you play as the cutest little lamb that's looking to start a cult. I've read someone else describe it as the Binding of Isaac meets Animal Crossing, if that sounds up your alley. And I really love the art style of this game. I love that it's a perfect blend of creepy and cute, and I love anything that blends creepy and cute. It's such a good combination. The controls of this game feel super tight when you're playing like the combat sections. This is a great game to play on the Steam Deck or like a Switch or something like that.
Mobile. Don't worry, Haley will be back soon. Okay. Sleep. I don't know how this works, to be honest. Yeah. I switch my scenes and somehow it shows up. I need to remember that. Good sneaky snacking for a team that's not built. Okay, this is actually very soothing, so I'll let this play out. I actually don't have to show this part. So we'll go back to this.
as well. And I also love the base building and cult management elements of the game. It's a nice bit of downtime in between the dungeon crawling sections. So super recommend it if you're into like weird, creepy stuff like cults, but you're also into kind of cozy, cute games and like little animals. I have a plushie from the game, which is here. And now I have a Nendoroid from the game, which is here. So we're gonna open up the lamb. I love the Good Smile Company made this. I think that the art style of the game perfectly lends itself to being Nendoroidified. The lamb's really cute. I think Good Smile Company's done a great job of capturing the art style in Nendoroid form. I will say he doesn't stand up without a base, which is a little bit annoying, but that's kind of typical for all Nendoroids. Lamb comes with 3 faceplates, a smiling one, which is super cute, an angry battle one, and of course the sacrificial ritual demonic looking face with the blood-filled eyes. It comes with a sword, of course, for its dungeon crawling, and it also comes with a broom and a little poop for keeping the cult grounds shit free. I'm a little torn on how to display him. I kind of want to do happy face sweeping up poop, but I also kind of just want to do like mid-ritual, you know, sucking out someone's life force. Another Nendoroid that gives similar vibes is the Wilson from Don't Starve Nendoroid that Good Smile Company is making. Once again, so cool that Good Smile Company is making like figures for video games, like kind of indie games. I don't know, it's awesome. The next game I played, I wouldn't say is a horror game, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. It's called Animal Well. It's definitely not a horror game, but I think the vibes of the game are a little bit creepy. It's very atmospheric, and so I'm just gonna throw it in anyway. So Animal Well is a Metroidvania puzzle game. It's like a platformer, a lot of puzzles in there though. It's one of those games where it's all about exploration. The game doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't tell you what to do, how to win, what your point of even being there is. Like, it's super exploration based. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, I highly recommend this, but I enjoyed it. I think it's really rewarding to work out like an entire new gameplay mechanic in the game, or like working out how to get to different sections of the map based on new objects you've unlocked. It really doesn't tell you what to do or how to use anything, so it's super rewarding when you work it out yourself. The game also has just like a ton of secrets and Easter eggs and things to find, like an insane amount. I honestly get kind of stressed thinking about it. But yeah, I also just love the art style and atmosphere of the game. It does feel super cool and unique. I wouldn't say this is an easy game, but if you enjoy the idea of exploration and being thrown into something that you don't understand, then I highly, highly recommend it. Next up, I have another Nendoroid to unbox. This is the iconic Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. I played Doki Doki Literature Club, I think the year it came out, which the game, it does feel super cool and unique. I wouldn't say this is an easy game, but if you enjoy the idea of exploration and being thrown into something that you don't understand, then I highly, highly recommend it. Next up, I have another Nendoroid to unbox. This is the iconic Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. I played Doki Doki Literature Club, I think the year it came out, which
2018.
Ooh, how long
2017.
ago is that? Okay, it came out in 2017. That was 8 years ago.
You know how I remember that? It's kind of cringy, not gonna lie, but I mean, anything I did in 2017 was cringy. I think my sister was playing DDLC last year. I hope no one's watching the stream right now. Yeah, I have 0 concurrent viewers, so that's fine. I can show this and no one will ever know. But it's funny. So your review. View your review. Really, this game is full of mysteries, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Nice work, Team Salvato. The best game of 2017. Do you know what came out in 2017? Games that released in 2017. I think oh no. I thought God of War was released in 2017. I think God of War was released in 2018, but Breath of the Wild was released in 2017. Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona is, I think it's a niche game, but still, it's a good game. Persona was released. Mass Effect, nobody cared. Honestly, it was a shit show. Hollow Knight was released in 2017. I mean, it's fine. It was the whole uh, Battle Royale era, but still, so many good games were released, and my dumbass was like, you know what? Maybe DDLC should win it. Why? Because Game Theory made a video about it, and I'm a sucker for psychological horror. So I was like, you know what? DDLC deserves it. I was stupid, honestly.
I think I'm okay with the passing of time. But anyway, if you don't know, it's like a romance visual novel where you join the literature club and you can talk to like these 3 cute girls about literature. And yeah, you should play it without any spoilers going into it. But it's been out for 8 years. You guys probably all know that it's in fact a more sinister game with some cool breaking of the fourth wall. And I've seen a lot of the Doki Doki girls have the Nendoroids. I pretty much only want
Sayori's Nendroid looks really nice. I used to really like Yuri, but then I started to like Natsuki. Never really liked Sayori, to be honest. And Monica is Monica.
the Monica one because I think she's the most iconic, and I really, really want to recreate the broken face, her sitting at the desk moment. That's why I picked her up.
Oh,
Let's take a look. I
that's
think Monica looks so
smart.
cute. I think they've done such a good job of capturing her, especially with her happy faceplate. She does just look like a
That
classic
looks good.
romance VN protagonist who's flawless, lovely, and you'd want to date her. I really like her pigtail in Nendoroid form. It's really cute. She does come with a slightly more sinister face where she's kind of doing a bit of a smirk, but the moneymaker is definitely her third extremely horrifying faceplate. This is, I think, the one I'm gonna display her with, but actually seeing it in person is more creepy than I was expecting. She also comes with a desk and a chair to recreate her iconic scenes, and it also comes with cut out dialogue pieces. I'm kind of torn. I think I might display her with the mildly sinister face. The other one's a little too creepy to put in my nice cute room where I put nice cute things. All right, with that, we're basically getting to the last game I've played, and this is completely really not so much a horror game, it's more the vibes, but the game is called Clover Pit. Now, if you've ever heard of Balatro, this is basically Balatro, but for a slot machine, and it's really fun. I think it's as addicting as Balatro was for me. If you haven't played Balatro, you should play that too. That's really good. I'm just saying, I'm not even explaining what the game is. So it's kind of like playing poker or playing slot machine, but like an RPG with RPG elements, so you can like pick a specific strategy, level up a specific lucky charm, you kind of mix the odds, you go for a specific build, you know, and it's kind of a roguelike. You do various runs and you go again. I really like Clover Pit specifically because of the kind of horror vibe that it has. You're kind of trapped in a room. There's like a gross toilet in the corner. There's a meat hook on the roof above you, and I love the pixel art style, and there's a door you can open. It's very intriguing. It feels cool. I really like the vibes of it, and it's a fun little addicting game for a little bit. I don't condone gambling. I do not condone gambling. But yeah, we're kind of getting to the end. Those are all the games and the figures that I had to open. I've been really enjoying this horror kick. I think I'm lining up to play Darkwood next, and No, I'm Not a Human as well.
Darkwood. Oh, I have to play Darkwood as well. Oh god.
If you have any horror game recommendations, keep in mind I am a bit of a scaredy cat. Please let me know down below. I'm always looking for more. Before I end the video, I will give you a little bit of context
Oh, she can
on
play
my
Cry of
life at the
Fear.
moment. First of all, I dyed my hair. It's peekaboo blonde. It should be more platinum, but I'm really bad at keeping the colors what they should be. And secondly, videos are a little bit out of sync, a little bit in whack at the moment. I've just been traveling and I'm about to go traveling again. One of those is for work, one of those is for fun, but it's been kind of hard trying to fit video production in between that. So, you know, the unhaul still on my mind, still want to declutter and get rid of some stuff, but it's somewhat on hold at the moment. And I also have some figures that I really want to haul and open, but I just haven't really had the downtime to do so. So hopefully some of that will be coming back in after I'm a little bit more settled. But yeah, I hope you are doing well. I hope you have a fantastic spooky Halloween season. And with that, I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye!
Oh, that Monica Android looks really good, and I have no idea what's wrong with my mouse. Every time I try to pull it down, it just does not seem to work. Yeah, it's somehow it's working now. I honestly don't know what's wrong with my mouse. I'm almost done with my storage cleaning. I have you know what, I honestly cannot do math right now, so don't judge me. My brain is not working. I have 138 storage. I'll reach around 200, 250. I still have a lot of things I need to clear up. I have random scatterbugs that I need to transfer and all. There goes one more. So maybe I'll play another video and just sit here for some time before I end the stream. I think I changed the stream name here, YouTube and then sleep. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'll do YouTube and then I'll sleep. What else should I watch? Should I watch something from my save later? Have them saved later. Three things I learned. A guide to being alone. No, nope, nope. You know what? I should look at it by myself before I play the video. Oh my god, this needs to be removed. I don't really have anything that I need to watch anymore. I've watched almost all of the watch later videos. I have a few TED Talks that I can watch, but they're really old. And when I mean really old, like 13 years old. So yeah, I'm not watching that. Is there anything else I needed to catch up on? Not really. I can watch a taxi video if that's something that I want to do, but not really. Big Boss posted a new video. No, Big Boss did not post a new video. Deminishki, no. Frost, I think Frost has videos. This was I watched him 4 years ago. And that was the time he started uploading videos. You know what? He posted this last week. Might as well just watch it.
I cannot believe I'm putting a mouse strap under our door.
So this is the famous elevator where a guy was stabbed to death.
And our mattresses have stains. It looks like someone peed themselves.
The water is freezing cold.
It's been a while since we had to deal with scammers on our show, and this time we might be adding murderers to the mix.
New York, the birthplace of the American Mafia, where nobody gives a damn about you and where pickles are sacred. Feels just like our beloved Eastern Europe. You're probably wondering, where the heck are you poor bastards staying in one of the world's most expensive cities? Well, don't we all know the answer?
What kind of place gets the worst reviews in all of New York State? Honestly, I'm excited in the most unhealthy way. You know the steps: TripAdvisor, hotels, New York State, not just New York City, checking all property types including Japanese guest houses, sort by traveler's rating, and then it's just a slow descent. Let's scroll all the way down into the rock bottom of New York hospitality. We have found it. The worst reviewed hotel in the entire 20 million New York State is 31 Street Broadway Hotel. Absolutely dreadful rating, one of the lowest in the history of our show. It looks like it's located in New York City's Manhattan, prime location, but judging from the photos, it's more like a building full of miniature apartments. Trying to find something alarming. There you go. That was just artistic. What does thank you? Please help to keep the toilets clean. Use the flush 2 to 3 times. Thank you. Clearly, that strategy has failed. Oh, a brown towel shaped like a swan. Given what I just seen, my brain definitely saw something else first. I don't know, it just looks like your average sketchy hotel. But a toilet alone
sketchy
doesn't make
hotel.
it the worst in New York. Whatever's hiding under the surface will definitely be in the reviews.
I put the address into Google and found out a guy was stabbed to death in the building a little over a month before our stay.
Our room had rats at night.
The armpit of New York City. Offensive, vomit-inducing.
Armpit of New York City.
Contaminated, polluted, and rancid. Every layer of bedding on both beds were soiled with blood and urine.
There is one toilet for the entire floor of around 40
Own
rooms.
bathrooms covered in vomit and not kept clean. Saw multiple rats during my stay and
This seems very weird considering I just watched Haley's video. You know what? I'm not really prepared for people beta right now. Should I watch another? Oh, I watched this guy today. It was so good. And since I'm already playing Resident Evil, I might as well just play his video. It was so good. The scariest Resident Evil game. You know what? Does he have something with Resident Evil 4 on it? Oh, not really.
Do you ever think back to when video games were just simple? When games could just be games and you could be an idiot 6-year-old who can't figure out how to get off the starting island in Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, you actually you got to hit the tree to get the coconuts. The coconuts will fall down.
Hit it. It feels like back then they could just make anything they wanted to. Studios took chances, building experiences that, while not perfect, were still iconic. And don't get it twisted, all right? I like the AAA games we're getting right now. I'm definitely not saying that video games aren't fun anymore. But I can't help looking back at all these older games and
Yes, I
missing
am
the
Indian.
charm
What
that
do you
they all
mean?
had,
Hello.
especially compared to now. They definitely weren't all fantastic, but when I look back at them, they all just seem so whimsical and wonderfully simple to me. And sure, you know, that opinion is probably largely shaped around nostalgia, and it's more likely I miss the simpler times in my life, which we'll talk about nostalgia more towards the end of the video, but I do mean this literally. I adore the simplicity of the games from this era. When I talk about a time when video games were simple, I think a different time period probably comes to each of our heads, right? For you, it might be the PS1, or even the Atari if you're ancient and decaying. For me, I think of the PS2 and just all those classic games from that console. Like Kingdom Hearts, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, the weird game with the alien face on the cover that kind of freaked me out too much to pick up. The hundreds of stupid licensed games that came out around this time that were all just exactly the same, except that one. I loved that one. When every game didn't have to be a groundbreaking cinematic masterpiece and it could just be a fun game. One aspect I really admire about those PS2 games is that they seem to prioritize gameplay and fun over anything. Whereas anymore it seems gameplay gets sidelined by the cutscenes and the story. The gaming industry has changed a lot over the years, okay? It's not your grandpa's GameCube anymore. We got esports teams and VR chat twerk-offs now. The Last of Us is a phenomenal game series that tells a familiar yet strikingly unique story and has some of the best character writing I've ever seen in a video game. Due to some not so careful redactions, we learned that on their latest entry, The Last of Us Part 2, Naughty Dog spent $220 million over the course of 6 years to develop the game. To put that into perspective, they developed the first Crash Bandicoot game for $1.7 million. With that $220 million, they delivered on these stunning, cutting-edge graphics, as well as creating a gripping narrative and overall impactful experience. But when you play these games, it becomes abundantly clear that The Last of Us does not embrace its identity as a video game at all. The gameplay loop consists of you walking around slowly, looking at everything like you're in a museum, maybe avoiding some mushroom zombies sometimes. And if you walk into an area with waist-height walls, you know some guys are gonna come out and try to shoot at you. The combat is passable at best, and over time just becomes a boring obstacle between you and the next cutscene. It really is a shame, you know, because the world they've built is so beautiful to look at, but there's nothing to touch. I'm all for story in a game, but it should never take precedent over the actual gameplay. And hey, I'm a problem solver, all right? I'm here to help you, Naughty Dog. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you have to do to fix this problem. You go through a couple of levels, you get us really hooked in, and then you give Ellie a fishtail and you have her swim around and sing a really bad song with Ariel from The Little Mermaid. And the song's gotta be really, really bad. Really, it's gotta be horrible. No, you're right, you can't do that, okay? It's a serious game with a serious tone. We don't need to do any of that. You know, no game has ever retained its serious tone while breaking immersion slightly for the sake of fun. It's never been done. It's not gonna happen, all right? Bad example.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Let's look at the Insomniac Spider-Man games instead. You know, they're wacky and less based in realism. They had a phenomenal story, except for the third act of the second game. I'm still pretty mad about that. Peter should have been Venom. I'm standing on that business. And the gameplay here, oh my God, they got it perfect. They did it. They did what Naughty Dog couldn't do. Sometimes. I could web sling around the city all day, and they had their Little Mermaid moment with Venom and I guess Mary Jane now, that was all right. But what I want to talk to you about specifically are the mini games. You know, those little moments where it's like, oh, Peter's a scientist. Here's some scientist stuff. Match up these different colors and lines because he's a scientist. It's science stuff. Those have got to be the worst mini games ever made. And Insomniac knows it, because why else would they give you an option to skip them? It's all right, whatever. They didn't come up that much in the first one. I can get over it. At least I got to skip them and move on. Maybe they'll take them out by the second one. Wrong. It's different this time. Now it's in 3D and you got to take out the bad shapes. It's worse. It's somehow so much worse in this one. And I know it's a relatively small
I haven't played the second part yet.
Man, just situations like this just make me miss games like Sly Cooper that would put you in a submarine and say, there's crabs coming to steal the treasure. You have to shoot all the crabs and make sure they don't come get it. They didn't bother trying to make it make sense within the story. They just made something fun. I don't think every AAA game needs to be goofy, but I do think that video games are at their best.
I transferred a
when they embrace
snom
their identity
accidentally.
as video games and deliver experiences
Whatever.
only they can. It seems like they really went in this direction because these cinematic games have the most wide reach. They don't really want to risk it with something that might not appeal to everyone, right? We could never get an insane concept like Kingdom Hearts made today. The idea of taking these two
I think he really
insanely
likes
different
Kingdom
franchises,
Hearts.
Final Fantasy, a JRPG series, and the Disney multiverse, and mashing them together in some big world-hopping adventure led by a character nobody's ever heard of. That is just not something we would get today. And do you know how this idea came to be? Well, apparently back in the 90s, Square Enix and Disney both had offices in the same building. And one fateful day, an employee from Square Enix and an employee from Disney just so happened to end up in the same elevator. And they got to talking and they were like, hello, Disney employee I just met. Wouldn't it be cool to mash up our universes together and then send some kid around them beating everything up with a key? And that, kids, is how Kingdom Hearts came to be. I read it on nextshark.com, so you know it's true. If there ever was a video game that embraced its identity as a video game, it is goddamn Kingdom Hearts. This game makes no sense, but it's so much fun. Why the hell is Cloud from Final Fantasy making a deal with Hades and fighting in the hero games on Olympus? I don't know, who cares? I'm Sora and I'm gonna hit this big dog with a key I found. When you travel between the different Disney worlds in Kingdom Hearts, sometimes the art style, the character designs, and even entire gameplay mechanics will change based on where you go. I keep referencing the Little Mermaid level in Kingdom Hearts because genuinely when I played this, it was so mind-blowing to me. I love that even at a point so deep into this game, they were still willing to change the fundamental mechanics of how you play it just to keep things fresh. And don't even get me started on the goddamn Gumi ship. I don't know if it's Gumi or Gummy, I've been saying Gumi. When I first played it, it was kind of annoying at first. I was thinking, why am I doing this? But now anymore, I'm traveling between the worlds and I'm up in the Gumi ship. I'm just shooting stuff. Why the hell do they need a spaceship to get between the Disney worlds? I don't know why they thought they needed a spaceship, but it was awesome. And it was the Gumi ship, and shut the fuck up. I'm not entirely sure if this is the case, but it really seems to me like when games were cheaper to make, studios were willing to make pretty much anything and just throw it out there. And listen, I was eating it up. I love sitting down crisscross applesauce on the floor of a GameStop, just going through the wall of so many different PS2 games, picking out insane shit like Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects. I feel like I dreamed this. Sure, they were goofy and didn't exactly maximize profit, but does that mean they weren't worth making? I guess where AAA is concerned, it's just always going to be about the money. And if you want a passionate game developer, you look to the indie games. There's got to be some video essay YouTuber to indie game pipeline, because I was never really that into indie games, but recently I played Hades and Rollerdrome, and it was some of the most fun I've had playing games in a long time. While it seems the games that prioritize fun overall are only coming from indie developers anymore, there is a genre of game that was lost to time completely. And that, my friends, is the shitty licensed games. This has got to be the greatest loss in my lifetimes. Those shitty early 2000s movie tie-in licensed games that came with every mildly successful property. If there was a cartoon you liked in the early 2000s, tie-in game. If there was a movie you kind of enjoyed, tie-in game. Look up any franchise that had moderate success in this time period and add the game at the end, and you're probably gonna get something. It would be impossible to count how many there were, and they were all bad, but I loved them anyway. Like the Cat in the Hat movie tie-in game, what a beautiful nightmare that was. Give me a bottle of Dayquil and the Cat in the Hat PS2 game, and I'm having a great week. If you've ever played one of these games before, you've probably seen this little intro screen.
THQ.
Nope. Don't remember.
THQ was responsible for not all, but a lot of these tie-in games. It seemed their business model was to buy up the license for a mildly successful property, pump out a cheap, easy game, and launch it right when that movie or TV show was peaking in popularity so that they could feed off of that hype. And clearly it worked, because in the span of a couple of years, they released literal hundreds of games. They hit the cartoons hard. They got Jimmy Neutron, Scooby-Doo, so much SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Tack and the Mother-Fudging Power of Juju. This one was a banger. Rugrats, Teen Titans, Barnyard, Danny Phantom, Avatar The Last Airbender. Seriously, so much SpongeBob. And they hit the movies too. Cars, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Up. They had Star Wars under their belt, and Episode 3 was a slapper. These guys dominated the licensed tie-in games, and eventually they just stopped. I was looking around the internet trying to figure out why they stopped. You know, where did these go? And everything I found kind of suggested that they didn't stop making them, but they moved over to the more profitable sector of the video game market, the mobile games.
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
Is that Diablo?
And you know what? They were probably right to do so. Even I ended up spending money in Family Guy: The Quest for Stuff. I wanted to build my Quahog to look cool.
Holy fuck.
There were a lot of these games, and most of them were bad. But for every 100 shitty cookie-cutter games, there was one gem. Odds are, if you had a PS2, you probably played The Simpsons Hit and Run, which, by all means, should have just been another shitty tie-in in the series of shitty tie-ins. But this one just so happened to be amazing. It was a GTA clone that was like better than GTA. In fact, it did the multiple characters, the character switching, before GTA 5 did it. That means The Simpsons predicted GTA 5. It is time to write another Kotaku article. Some of my personal favorites were The Matrix Path of Neo. I don't know why I liked this. I'd never seen The Matrix. I just really was drawn to this game because it made me feel like insane. I don't know how to describe it. I loved the Star Wars Episode 3 tie-in game because it had this cool alternate ending, and I was obsessed with this fight on Mustafar between Anakin and Obi-Wan, and so being able to do that and get a different result just like blew my little mind. And obviously, Spider-Man 2. I think a lot of people forget this was a movie tie-in game. And even this
Really?
was great mini-games. The most iconic mini-game where you go around delivering pizzas with that insane music playing.
Dude, I love this game.
Spider-Man instead of Match the Shapes and Colors. A licensed tie-in game that a lot of people like was SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. And I know a lot of people like this one because it got a big fat remake. We've established that the game studios are in this for the money, right? And it's safe to assume that they want the safest bets for their money. The most revenue with the least risk. No brainer. Why don't they just take things people already
Dead
like
Space.
and do it again? But like make it pretty. Personally, I think
Mass
this aversion to risk
Effect.
is absolutely doing damage to the industry. But what do I know? I'm just a guy, and clearly the numbers say otherwise. But I think in all of this, the consumer is not blameless. It is me. I'm the consumer. They're only gonna do something if they know we're gonna buy it. And oh man, am I gonna buy it? I've been loving the remakes lately, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really think we needed 5 iterations of the 2 Last of Us games, but for example, like Resident Evil 4 remake or the Dead Space remake, were some of my favorite games in 2023. They may have been remakes, yes, rehashing old ideas, but I felt like in those 2 examples specifically, they expanded the gameplay systems and made changes that honestly justified a remake. In Dead Space alone, the zero gravity overhaul was game-changing, as well as a voice protagonist where there wasn't one before. So they're not just throwing stuff out, you know, they actually do seem to care about some of these games. The Resident Evil 4 remake was a breath of fresh air for me because I got the quality of life from a AAA game, but the goofy, campy fun from a PS2 game. The graphics were stunning and the gameplay was tight and well optimized, and I also got to go up to the shady weapons dealer and buy a rocket launcher to just shoot the final boss with. I just cheesed the entire fight, and the game let me because it was more fun that way. The simplicity that I had been missing was right there, and I loved every second of it. To me, this trend of remakes is proof that I'm not alone in missing a time when video games were simple. And it's also proof that nostalgia can and will be weaponized at any moment possible, and memories are only good if they are profitable. I am happy that younger generations, and just more people in general, get to experience these games that I loved as a kid and see why for themselves. And also I'm happy that we get to experience these games in ultra-realistic graphics, 4K huevo shrinking technology, only playable with the Gigafart 8500 graphics card. You may need to upgrade your PC to play this game. I can appreciate good graphics. I mean, I really like when a game looks pretty, but I think this looks better than this, and this looks better.
What looks better than what?
Your PC to play this game. I can appreciate good graphics. I mean, I really like when a game looks pretty, but I think this looks better than this, and this looks better than this. Technically, this has higher resolution and better lighting, but this has a better art direction. High resolution textures and pretty lighting are always going to be outshined by inspired art direction, creativity, and a focus on atmosphere. This isn't something that's gone from modern gaming. In fact, a lot of recent games have left my jaw on the floor because they're so beautiful. Bloodborne, and Bloodborne. Holy shit, Bloodborne. But I think it was more common to focus on art direction back then because they were limited. They couldn't make a realistic looking game. They had to do something unique. Even the games shooting for a realistic approach could not pull off realism. I mean, that is not realism, but still, it's iconic. A phrase I really like and I've used before in one of these videos is that limitation breeds creativity. Trying to make a game back on the PS2, I imagine, was extremely limiting, but it made them so creative, making these incredibly unique looking games. I often find that when creating something and you run into a problem, that solution that you come up with to the problem leads to an infinitely more interesting and unique final product. Like I said, we still get a lot of stunning games coming out lately, but I feel like now with the ability to actually create games that, while not perfectly realistic, look pretty damn real, that becomes the only focus, is making a game that looks realistic, not one that is creative in its visuals. In a lot of ways, I miss those older games that we used to get, but I'm also glad for all the games that we get now. Like Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games of all time, and Baldur's Gate 3, which I made an entire video on, you should go watch it, was a phenomenal experience. Compare that to the PS2 Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2, and it's no contest there. The only reason I might want to pick up and play Dark Alliance 2 is because I miss playing it with my dad when I was a kid. I used to live in this big greenhouse right on the corner lot and had a baseball field right across the street. I think the house used to be a church. It was definitely haunted. I was 8 years old when that house caught fire. I remember I was watching SpongeBob and I walked into the kitchen and I saw these crazy flames up all over the place. Long story short, the house got completely ruined and my dad got hurt pretty bad. But he recovered fine. They just took some skin from his butt and put it on his hand. I call it his butt hand. This house though was mostly ruined, and the property had a separate garage, like a barn kind of thing, and that garage had an attic. Well, my dad decided that we were gonna fix up the house ourselves and live up in that attic. Him and I shared this airbed up there, and right next to it was a projector that I had hooked up my PlayStation 2 and my original Xbox to. During the day, I'd obviously go to school, and then when I got home, I'd help him build however I could. You know, there wasn't much I could do. I was 8, but I remember doing things like helping him put up the ceiling or chip away at the old stone slate in the fireplace. And when we were done for the day, I would go up and play on that PS2 non-stop. Not to get into too much detail, I'm just some guy on the internet. You don't know me. But I was having a hard time. Something about swinging around the city in Spider-Man 2 just made it all melt away, you know? I wasn't Zach with all this stress and all these problems I didn't understand. I was Spider-Man. I can only imagine how my dad felt at the time, but he always seemed happy when him and I were playing a video game together. He was just watching me play one, but we had a ton of fun, and we would just laugh and hang out together playing Halo 2 on the Xbox, just going through the campaign. And it was in moments like that where it really felt like everything melted away. It didn't feel like we had just lost everything. You know, it felt like we had everything that we could ever need. And it's funny, now sometimes just hearing that PS2 sound, I'm back up in the attic with my dad. Nostalgia is a funny thing that can make you look back fondly on things that might not have been so great, but were somehow perfect in their own way. And escapism through simple pleasures like video games will always be important. I think we all have that game, or just media in general, that was able to give us a break from a hard time in our lives and made us hold on to that experience forever. And so now we judge that media by what it did for us rather than what it actually is. I'd love to hear if there was anything like that that stuck with you, you know, either in a comment or send it to my email at this point. I don't care. I can't promise I'll get back to you, but if you want to, shoot me an email. I might see it. Thank you so much for over 100,000 subscribers. Geek really likes the plaque, so that's good. We sent it off to him. He's the real hero here. 100K is crazy. You know, I started another channel a while ago, and it took me so long. I was trying so hard to get to 100K. And with this one, I wasn't even trying. I just kind of did it. I mean, we did it, I guess. I don't know. That shit's cool. This is a cool thing to do. This is my simple pleasure now. So please simply click the card right here and watch another video. This got way too sappy. Click on some other funny shit, please. Okay, goodbye.
Oh, that was nice. Really enjoyed his video, not gonna lie. Right, time for some little bit Clash Royale before I go to bed. Managed to clear a lot of storage. Ready for tomorrow. See, that works. For some reason, switching multiple time works. Okay. Somehow my Go Plus managed to get another shiny Hoot Hoot. So now I have like 4. That's a lot of shiny hoot hoots. And honestly, I don't give a hoot about any of it. Okay. Wait. Hello. Is this working? Cannot hear anything anymore. Hello. Okay, I think I messed up something. No, I shouldn't have. Especially at the very end of the stream. What did I do wrong? Hello. Okay, my mic is working, but for some reason, you know what, I give up. Oh no. Oh no. What's wrong with my phones? Let me check. Is this working? Okay. Yeah, this is working. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's working now. Sorry about that. I was hearing a lot of static, so I had to do something like clear the stuff. Get used to it before, but it's fine. Ouch, ouch. Okay, that's not cool, that's not cool, that's not cool. Okay, I can do this, I can do this. Oh no. Oh no, please don't connect, please don't connect, please don't connect. Oh my god. I give up. Cannot do this right now. Oh, this is tiring. It's so tiring. I don't really have anything else planned for right now. I thought I'd hit 2 hours, but I don't think I can. So I'll just end the stream, and I feel very sleepy at 1. I don't know how, but whatever. I thought streaming. Oh, sorry. I thought streaming was supposed to be easy. This is not easy. Trust me, this is not. I. That's pretty much it for. Thank you for watching. Thanks to everyone who joined. I know I had a horrible stream today. I had to stream like 4 different times because for some reason it kept disconnecting. And that was painful. I have 0 concurrent viewers. I had a total of 14 views on the last stream, which is this one right here. And yet I'll make an outro just because I can. So thanks to everyone who joined. Thanks to everyone who messaged. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. Thanks to everyone who showed up. I'll probably complete Resident Evil 4 in like 2 more days. So I hope you'll be a part of it when the finale hits, and then I cannot wait to play Undertale and then Hollow Knight and Silk Song. I'm really excited to play Silk Song. Cannot wait for it. I'll end the stream. I'll journal. I'll make my bed. I mean, it's fine. It's not, honestly, no, it's not that bad. You know what? No, why should I? See, it's fine. I just have some clothes over there that I need to like arrange. Like these clothes. These need to be fixed. Other than that, my bed is see, my bed is clean. It's fine. Ignore the book in the center. That's just I was reading that, okay? My bed is fine. Don't judge me. I meant that I need to just arrange my clothes. There are like 5 clothes. And that's all. Okay. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the support. It means a lot. And I will see you tomorrow in the next stream. Tomorrow's Pepple Up Community Day. I will not be streaming afternoon. I'll probably stream in the evening. I mean at night basically. And I have to record and edit and upload the community day video, so that's gonna be a little bit of a challenge because I don't know how I will manage streaming as well as recording videos. This is all new to me, honestly. I haven't really focused so much on YouTube before, like this much. So let's see. It's exciting as well. Really happy to do this. I cannot wait to do this every single day, forever if possible. Is my mic not working? Oh, I have. You know what? Let me quickly fix something. This should not show up. How do I? You know what? I'll figure it out later. It's fine. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.